Now, here in South Africa, we might not fully understand what it's been like in America in this time, as you described as segregation. Can you just talk us through what it was like for you growing up in that time and now transitioning, I guess, to America under Obama and now this unsteady time?
Sure, indeed I can. I'm a retiree, what you would call in South Africa a pensioner. So I've been very fortunate to be able to progress through our challenging system. For example, when I was growing up, I lived in a small town in Maryland, on Maryland's eastern shore, which is very rural, very flat, mostly fishing and farming, okay? Not a lot of economic opportunities. I lived in a town called Sharptown, which is very similar to a town here in Sharpeville. All the black people in that community lived in an area just outside called San Domingo, okay? I was fortunate in that I lived just outside of the town, not in the black area, but very close to the white area. My neighbors across the street, Bill and Shirley Lowe, right, were white. Both the neighbors on either side of us were white. This was in the 60s. I could walk to the white school in Sharptown. Okay, play with Sally and Bill every day. Okay, I was forced to take a bus, right, and go a half an hour to the all-black elementary school. My first 2 years of high school were the same thing. I went to an all-black high school in my county, which was the largest high school, black or white. Okay, I remember very vividly. Sally, when we went to elementary school, she was the same age as my baby sister Kathy. She cried. She pleaded with her mother. She wanted to go to school with us because we were kids growing up and we wanted to play. But once we entered the school system, we understood this thing called discrimination, that we were not allowed to do certain things. And so what we had going on in our country is, over the last 40 years, as I said, I'm a good example of that, where I was able, because of education, to get a high school education, then go on to college, and after college, I was able to start working in a private company. You probably heard of it, called like Campbell's Soup, okay, for them for a while. And I moved from there to work on a couple political campaigns, and I began to work in the city of Washington, D.C., and then the state of Maryland. I bubbled up in that system, becoming a national manager for marketing the state of Maryland to continental U.S., moved up in the system and became one of the assistant secretary responsible for business recruitment from around the world. So I was able to travel all over the world and recruit national business to our country.
How will a Trump presidency affect the rest of the world?
I think the rest of the Trump presidency will be very challenging to the rest of the world because our system in America, it's a democratic political system. You know, we have we're a republic that operates under democratic principles, but our economic system is capitalism. And capitalism is a very brutal market-based system that can provide great wealth. It can provide great opportunity. And the world is looking forward. I think the world looks to America to figure out how we've been able to innovate and energize and create entrepreneurship, especially entrepreneurship from the lowest rungs of society to some of the greatest, to some of the already wealthy people. That's been our sort of key to success. We've always been able to promote and encourage the sense of entrepreneurship and, most importantly, innovation.